Well, this one's gonna get nasty. Do not report me because I make money by selling houses for a living. So this video is going to be going over the pros and cons of actually relocating and moving to Macon, Georgia, the historic city, the beauty in the middle of our state. Is it beautiful? Is it horrendous? Are you gonna get mugged? Well, you're gonna find out today. And hey, if we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Luke Smith. I'm the team leader of the Living in Middle Georgia real estate team, and we are your #1 resource for everything Middle Georgia. And also, by the way, we just launched a brand new newsletter, the top 5 things to do this weekend in Middle Georgia, that will hit your inbox Wednesdays at 5 p.m. In our opinion, the most family fun events every single weekend. In the description, click on it, check it out. I'd love to be able to send those over to you. No spam, I promise. I have nothing to sell. You already know I'm a realtor. Start things off, #1, you cannot get over the historical charm of Macon, especially downtown and some of the surrounding areas. It is just absolutely gorgeous because it was beautifully preserved architecture. When you go and see the Hay House, when you're downtown, when you're walking and seeing these beautiful homes that were built in the early 1900s, it's hard to just not stop and stare. And sometimes even the wife and I talk about, it's like, honey, should we knock on their door and see if we can go look at their house? Nah, it's kind of weird. I really want to see what it looks like on the inside. And kind of going back, if you don't know what the Hay House is, it is a beautiful, beautiful home you can tour in downtown Macon. That was the Hay House back in the day. And while this home was being built, they were actually on a 3-year-long honeymoon, sending all of the actual things that are inside of the home back from France and some other various locations. They had some money, worked on the railroad. I think he actually owned the railroad. I'm blanking. I probably should know. That was about 5 years ago since I took a legitimate tour. Wanted to plan my wedding there, but didn't realize it was gonna be like $40,000. Awesome place though. Historical charm, 10 out of 10. Now, pro #2 on the list, significantly less cost of living. To put that into perspective, 22% less than the national average. Average home price, $195,000 as of today in Macon, Georgia. Now, I am gonna throw this out there. Macon is a very diverse area. If you take all of the homes and you divide them, yes, it's $195,000. Yes, if you're an investor, you can still find some good homes at like $60,000 to $100,000. I mean, you get what you pay for, okay? That's a complete side note. But there are multi-million-dollar neighborhoods. There are those million-dollar custom homes on Lake Tobasaki, okay, where you're jet skiing and you have private lake beach access. There's so many different areas. So with the average cost of living being 22% lower, you get a lot more for your money. And I just want to throw that out there because no matter what your price range is, Macon is going to have something for you. There are some of the cons that you're going to have to be careful for, so you're going to want to stay to the end of the video so you can actually see what those are, because if you move to the wrong area, you're going to be out of luck. It's going to be really bad. Really bad. You want to know how bad? Really bad. Now, pro #3 on the list, they actually have a very thriving art and music scene. Now, this is kind of weird for me because growing up, I kind of thought like art and like the music stuff was kind of nerdy until you start going to some like plays done by professionals and some other stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Fantastic when it comes down to it. They have so many different theaters. They have amphitheaters. Some of my favorite places is the Grand Opera House. You got Hargrave Capitol Theater, and also Cherry Blossom Festival just happened last month. So many different vendors. I even got a cool little custom made wallet for $20, right? There's so many different things happening in downtown Macon. It's awesome. Also, one more thing off the top of my mind. Great flea markets, by the way. Usually you go to some of those like, they're a price, I don't want it. Great product, great people, great prices. Now, #4 on the list, education opportunities. Now, we're gonna talk about the cons here in a second, but if you're looking for private education or you're looking at college level, fantastic. Mercer, I believe, is ranked #3 in the state of Georgia when it comes down to college schools. They have a lot of different campuses here in the local area. They have fantastic programs when it comes down to law, when it comes down to their medical program, when it comes down to, I think they have one of the top veterinarian programs in the entire country. Also their computer science program, elite level computer science. So there's a lot of good different options. Also, Middle Georgia State University gives you those great options at a lower price. So the school systems on the private And the college level, fantastic. Now, as a real estate agent, I can get into some trouble if I try to steer you away from certain areas, whether it's bad school systems and stuff like that. I'm not trying to get in trouble. So in the description below, I'm going to link a niche.com link when it comes down to the actual education here in the local area, so you can be fully transparent. I can be fully transparent with you so you know exactly what's going on. But like, seriously, for real, like private schools in the local area are phenomenal. With that being said, you absolutely need to begin your research now if you are planning on relocating to the area, because different neighborhoods are going to be zoned for different schools. And also with some of these top private schools, the neighborhoods will be more expensive. So we want to take that into account when it comes down to your budget. And if you need any help with that at all, just feel free to reach out to me. You can shoot me an email. You can send me a text message at 478-888-7808. It would be an honor to be able to help serve you and your family. I have all the ins and outs. I got your back. Pro number 5 has to be location. With it being in the heart of Georgia, right in the middle, you can hit I-75, go north and get to Atlanta. You can get to the airport in less than an hour. Macon has their own airport as well. Now there's not as many flights like Atlanta, because Atlanta being the largest airport that we have, there's some pretty good options up there. But let's say that you want to go south. You can go to Clearwater Beach if you want to go all the way south and hit the Gulf, as well as like places like Destin, Panama City Beach, and it's not too far away. Also, if you want to hit east, Savannah, you're like 2.5 hours away from there on the coast. So you're really in a location where you can pretty much go anywhere. And also too, let's say that you're moving to the middle Georgia area and you don't really like the vibes of, let's say, like Warner Robins, Centerville, and like our little area down here in Houston County. Yes, we have some nice areas like Bonaire, Perry, Kathleen, all that kind of stuff. If you need more information, hit me up. I got your back. But you can even commute down to Robins Air Force Base from Macon, and you're still going to have a commute time of about 20 minutes depending on where you're at. So really, when it comes down to location, it's not bad. And also, alert, bonus pro. I cannot believe I almost missed this. Macon has such good food. It doesn't matter where you're going. The Rookery, Dovetail, you're going to Taco Mac, Natalia's. There's so much good food. Oh, it's so bad. It's Friday today. It's date night. Where am I going? Macon. Why? Amazing dining. Such good food here. And now I want to throw something out there. I grew up in Ohio. I got stationed at Fort Benning over in Columbus, Georgia. I've moved over here about 4 or 5 years ago. It flies by when you're having fun. I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled all over the country. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's some places where the food is absolute garbage. Like Arizona, I probably won't ever go back. Even Phoenix, the food sucks so bad. I've been to a lot of places. Macon, like for a place to live, the food, oh, it's so tasty. It's so good. So good. Dang, I'm getting hungry. Let's move on to con number 1. And that actually has to be traffic. I know Macon being a smaller city, you wouldn't think that it would be too bad, but we got really 2 places. We got I-75, we got I-16. Construction's been working on that thing ever since I've moved here. Now, is it stop and go traffic? No, it's not like that. It's not a major city where you're literally just seeing brake lights. But I'm just saying it does get congested, so it is going to add a little bit of time to your commute. I don't know why there always seems to be road work, but it's definitely something to take into consideration. Now, number 2, I have to be honest with you. I used to be a police officer down here in Perry. Crime rates in Macon, kind of bad. Now, it depends on the location in which you are in Macon. I'm going to list in a link in the description below when it comes down to crime rates, so you can really kind of see the map and see different places in which you would like to live. Because some places are so safe, you can keep your front door unlocked and you have nothing to worry about. Other places, I mean, I'm not trying to go there. I'm going to be honest. It's a special operations military. As a police officer, I still don't want to go there. I have no reason to be in certain areas, and I don't want to go in certain areas of Macon. So you really just have to be cognizant. It's not like you're driving down one street, it's beautiful, and then bam, you bank a left, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, is somebody going to try to rob me? It's not like that. I'm just saying, based off of national statistics and local statistics, down here in Houston County, Warner Robins, you got Centerville, Bonaire, Kathleen, and Perry. It's a very safe place. Crime rate is super low. So then when you go up to a city where the population doubles to about 152,000 people in Bibb County, the crime rate goes up as well. It's a city. It's typically what happens. So you just want to be careful, but I got your back for life. Description below, there's going to be a link so you can kind of see the crime bubbles. Now, with all the people that help relocate, especially business individuals, CEOs of companies and all of that stuff, when it comes down to Macon, Georgia, public transportation, there's not a lot. There's a few buses, but at the end of the day, you are going going to have to rely on your own transportation. However, if you need an other option, you probably already know this, 2025, we got Uber, we got Lyft, we have stuff like that. But also a company that I absolutely love and I 100% recommend is Turo, Turo.com. Anytime I fly somewhere and go on vacation, I always use Turo. Turo's today's sponsor this video. I'm just kidding. I don't have any sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor this channel, hit me up. However, that is serious. I would recommend doing that. Let's say that you're coming here and you're going to house shop for the next few weeks, or maybe you're a business individual, the family's back at home, you don't want to drive halfway across the country and bring your vehicle. It's definitely an option for you. Now, con number 4 has to be the heat. Now, we are in middle Georgia, so it's not too bad, but in the summertime, it will be in the 90s, and sometimes the heat index will go over 100 with pretty high levels of humidity. Now, spring, fall, winter, fantastic. Sometimes in the summer, like today, it is hot. 91 degrees outside, no clouds. Pretty sure the index said it felt like over 100. In the morning, in the evening, completely fine. Can you still go outside? Absolutely. If I want to do some yard work, if I want to mow the lawn, I'm going to get real hot, real sweaty, but it's not going to be too big of a bother. Now, if you work outside for a job, you better get ready to acclimate because it does get pretty darn hot here in the summers. And also another little kind of con but pro tip for you, I guess you want to call it, allergies. Allergies down here, I'm not gonna lie, kind of suck, okay? So if you are allergic to like pollen and ragweed and stuff like that, you're gonna get punched in the mouth or more like the nostrils. Now, number 5 on the list for cons has to be economic growth, because the reality is it's slowed down. They're not really growing that much. Now, the mayor of the city is putting a lot of time, effort, and money in demolishing old buildings and building back other new areas, especially in the downtown Macon area, to be able to revitalize. Over on Eisenhower, I know that the government just bought the big mall over there. So now inside the mall have the largest indoor pickleball courts in the United States over there. So they're really trying when it comes down to economic growth. It's just really slow. Now, if you just go 20 minutes south down to Houston County, it's blowing up. Warner Robins is supposed to 4x in population over the next 10 years. It's growing. The mayor down here is building an actual place downtown where you can walk around, because currently we don't have a place where you can walk around downtown. Perry, Georgia is exploding. My personal opinion, I think Elko is going to be a really nice spot and it's going to turn into the next city. So if you want to invest in some land down there, probably a fantastic idea. But really, when it comes down to it, the economic growth is kind of slow. However, when it comes down to jobs, I love areas of Macon. I think it's beautiful. That's why I'm a real estate agent. Love homes. There's some gorgeous places up there. But really, if you are working and you have a 9-to-5 and you're looking for career growth, Houston County is a fantastic area and you can commute from Macon there as well. Or if you'd like to take a look at some of those homes, I got your back. I can help you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, every single city that you're ever going to research, it has its own pros and it has its own cons. But at the end of the day, it depends on what's most important for you and your family. Are you raising a new family, and do your kids need to be in public school? Because private school is really freaking expensive. Are you single? Are you just looking to be able to buy some land, build a house, make an estate, put your last name on it, and have ranch at the end? I don't know your current situation. However, if you ever need help buying, selling, relocating, or even investing in real estate here in the local area, it would be an honor to interview for the position to be your real estate agent. We can hop on a Zoom call and I would love that opportunity. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. That is the pros and cons of Macon. And if you want to look at what a Macon home tour looks like in our area, check out this next video. Let me know what you think.